Makes me wanna grow. Never gonna give you. Makes me wanna grow. Never gonna give you.
All right, so we're gonna talk about concealed carry. Let me take these off. All right. So it's a few things that you got to think about when we're talking about concealed carry. First off, you want to be able to have a good weapon platform that you feel comfortable with, something that you feel comfortable with shooting and carrying. For me, I like to do the appendix carry just because that's just what I like. I had to get used to it. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but in certain situations, for me, it felt like I could retrieve my firearm a whole lot faster. Some people carry on the hip. That's like the traditional way to do it. But however way you carry, make sure that it's comfortable for you. And sometimes you have to come out in the elements and put your weapon and put your gear, your holster, your EDC carry, you have to put all of that stuff to the test. What I mean is, right now, we in Georgia. I think, was this January, so it's about 50 something degrees. Normally at nighttime, the temperature drops maybe like 15, 20 degrees at times. So sometimes we wear a lot of heavy layered article of clothing, and I mean, this would be the perfect time to come out to put my gear to the test. I don't really shoot my EDC weapon as much as I really want to. I mean, I can. I just, I have several guns. I come out and one of them got a red dot on it, and so it kind of spoiled me a little bit. But anyway, so as of right now, I have on a jacket. It's a fairly light jacket with a liner. I have on a hoodie as well, and I have on a button-down shirt. Now the thing is, a lot of these button-down shirts, they're not as what's the word I want to use? They're not as stretchable, if you will. So when you reach down for your firearm and let's just say you got on a t-shirt. If you pull that t-shirt up, you're gonna get a whole lot more play out of the t-shirt. But if you have a button down on around the waist, hip area, it's gonna be a little snug. This shirt in particular has a nice little V on the end, and I can kind of pull it up, as I need to, and still access my firearm. And I also have my extra magazine here that's on my side, and it's not exposed. When I'm out and about, everything is covered. I got my shirt covering it, my hoodie is covering it, and my jacket is covering it. Now it'd be a lot different as well if I had my jacket zipped up. So you want to think about that too. But the only way to get used to it is if you come out to an outdoor range and you practice on that type of stuff, man, because indoor ranges, you're not going to be able to do half of it. And I completely understand. Most people that go to indoor ranges, you're looking at a lot of first-time shooters, people who have never even shot a gun before. So sometimes you have to come out to where you got more space, and you can kind of utilize the environment a little bit better. Another thing is, no matter how good of a grouping that you shoot, when you're looking at dynamic shooting, your grouping isn't going to be as tight. It's not going to be as pretty. But the thing is, you want to be able to get all your rounds on target, center mass. So here, I took a couple of shots center mass. Sometimes you may have one to fly out to the side, depending on if you're moving or if you're having to, transition or shoot with one hand or something like that. So sometimes that'll happen. And here, I took a few headshots. Normally in a self-defense situation, it's not really something you want to do unless you feel confident in taking a headshot at a certain distance. Again, you have to be aware of your backdrop. The head is a lot smaller target for you to shoot at, and the body, you have a lot more room to play around with, if you will. Also, the thing about it is you want to be able to draw out and take several shots. You don't just want to take one or two shots and think that your threat is going to be neutralized. There's just a chance that you don't want to take. Same thing when it comes to reloading. After you take those several shots, you want to make sure you do a tactical reload. We're not counting how many times we actually shooting. So you want to make sure that you can access your magazine. I know a lot of people, they don't really have the extra mag pouch. They may have the extra mag inside of their pocket. But normally the way I carry is I have an extra mag pouch. But if you carry, in the pocket, I mean, that's fine. Just make sure, you're not wearing no skinny jeans, stuff like that, to where you can't access that extra mag. Make sure you can get to it and it's easily accessible. And whichever direction your round is facing, make sure it's facing forward. Okay, so that when you pull it out and you get your firearm ready to drop that mag and reload, whether you have some sort of a malfunction with the magazine, or whether you done completely ran out of ammo, or you just need to top it off, make sure you reach down and you get ready to grab that extra magazine, that your round is facing forward. So when you flip it up, you can just insert it. Right into the magazine well, and you'll be ready to go. So those are just some things that we need to think about when it comes to concealed carrying. in specifically speaking, while it's cold outside and we're wearing a lot of articles of clothing. It's a lot easier in the summertime, but in the summertime, mainly you just really have to be aware of if you have that print showing. If you got a full-size weapon or something like that you carry, you want to be able to conceal it so that nobody knows that you have it on you. That's the whole point of, conceal carry. But yeah, that's it. We're probably gonna do a part 2 of this at some point. Maybe not. But that's just kind of a general idea of some things to look out for when you conceal carrying and you're wearing a lot of articles of clothing. Until next time, y'all stay tuned.